Well, welcome back, everybody. Jed with Scott Speed Shop here, and today it's not a different. It's gonna be a different video. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you saw the thumbnail and everything, you know what this is. Thank you for clicking on it. We're not working on the 300 or any car stuff today. Today we're doing a family project. Family started out this morning by going out and getting a bunch of lumber and stuff because, well, Dad bought a container. He got a little one, and always wanted to get a container, could never have one at the old place, mainly because stupid city rules. And now we don't live in the city, so we can do whatever the heck we want. And so one of those things is actually, you know, just doing smart stuff, like getting rid of the storage unit we had to have in town to keep all of our crap, because we got, here we can start throwing all of our other crap in here. And so Dad, being the mastermind he is, we had this leftover lumber from repairing a floor, basically, in the other house, like I said, for man cave crap. And so he's been scheming on his drive and back home and forth to work. In fact, you know what, Dad, why don't you just tell everybody in your own words?
What?
Or you want me to just tell everybody what you told me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, basically, Dad on his drive home and from to work, in his big old Mac right there, he was trying to find the best use of the wood he had, and so he came up with this efficient shelf design. And well, one night Dad and I came out here, and well, we ended up having to rig up the bungee cord light, you see. And all this little work area, we've got this basic jig we drew on the floor. We got everything perfectly square, and we built this shelf one night, Dad and I did. Just out of the blue, just wanted to test out his idea, see how it'd work. And yeah, 5/8 thick plywood there. And this treated lumber is kind of overkill, and you'll see the rest of the lumber is not treated because this was meant for inside house. So be a little mix matchy, but you know, we got our frame basically here. And well, this video is basically for Dad. So we're gonna do a little hyperlapse. And on this beautiful, this is one of the nicest days we've had in Kansas in a little bit, so do a little hyperlapse, putting these shelves together with my dad. Gonna be a good time, like a little assembly line. You ready, Dad? Let's go. Alrighty, and now we got our frames made so we can make 2 shelves with these. So, Dad, that was pretty quick work.
That was quick work.
I don't know how that'll look in the hyperlapse. Dad said it might look kind of Three Stooges-y. But, oh well, yeah, so we got these all made now. We just got to tie them all together and make it look like that feller. And then they're going to line this wall. We ought to be good to go. Have all... Then what, we just got to get a couple more blanks, and then we can build one more shelf, technically.
You could almost put like more on that wall down there.
We could.
Then we had to. This one made room so when we move this thing, we can cut a door.
Yeah.
And put it and hook it to our shop.
I agree with that. So, alrighty. It just goes to show the assembly line method does still work in today's world. All right. I guess I'll film the hyperlapse from this view now. Awesome turn of events. We found an extra board, so now we're gonna make one more shelf. Alrighty. So now we got all of our main, we'll call them frames built. So we got enough to make, what is this? 6? Build 3 shelves, so, all right. Dad?
Have to rip our plywood.
That is true, we still gotta do plywood, but we can at least get these frames made. All right, I'm just trying to decide where I want to put the camera to film us assembling. Maybe use our shelf already. Ha ha ha. Alrighty, so we've got 2 shelves knocked out, and we ain't even got that dark yet, so that's a pretty good time. So we still got to put plywood on that guy and that guy, but we're gonna go ahead and knock out this last shelf, and we're just seeing how that would look, you know, with that kind of walkway. And by the way, Dad did want me to let you guys remind everybody and remind ourselves, these shelves, maybe that's the most important part, remind ourselves. These are built just for household stuff. We're not planning on putting engines or other stuff on these.
Full stack of heads.
Yeah, we're not planning on taking my stack of 50 cast iron heads stacked up like cordwood that nobody wants anymore. We're totally not going to be. It sounds so sarcastic now.
You probably have to put a few more boards in if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, this is mostly just for household goods and whatnot, but working pretty good. Alrighty, we will now commence with the final build. The final. Alright, kid, I'm gonna film this last one just regular real time here, so hopefully it don't take us 30 minutes to do this. It should be the last one, so it really shouldn't take that long. We have all the potty breaks and smoke breaks out of the way, poopy breaks. We got all that taken care of.
Cigarette, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cut up 2 boards.
All right, let's pause the video and we will return in a bit. I was making it more difficult, what you're saying?
No, I just came over here. Let's just turn the camera on. Right here.
Now that we have all of our A couple extra screws won't take care of it. Blue button of that dip.
Yeah, get you in and go over.
That sounds like a plan. Definitely coming together. How many of these we drop on the ground? Drop all the shit off. All right. Well, ready to take this one home? I reckon. I had a baby brother!
Perfect in every way.
This one's, he's a little leany, but it's not bad. It's a little leany on that side.
You're fine.
It'd be fine. But look at that. So if we just had our plywood cut,
Want to cut plywood?
I don't know. Yeah. The daylight meter is against us, especially with daylight savings time just having hit.
That'll probably make it about 8 o'clock.
Probably. Well, good news is, Dad, about 12 minutes, especially with all this extra hoo-ha we did, 12 minutes to put a show. Nope. Alrighty, well, I think that's gonna just about call it for now. Well, we did it, Dad. We said we were gonna call it a night because it is, well, that's how dark it is. That's what time it is at night. But as happens, you know, let's go ahead and just cut one of these pieces of plywood. Well, yeah, let's just go ahead and grab that other one. Well, hell, there's only one left. So the only thing left to do with these shelves is to screw these plywood boards down, and then they are ready for service. So the original idea was just to line them all on one side, but yeah, that gives us a pretty good little walkway.
Yeah, I think it'd be best to do it that way.
Turned out pretty daggone good, dude. Yeah, it's probably, actually, this is kind of messing with me because the treated lumber with the construction grade lumber, because the treated lumber was leftovers and the construction was all today's purchase. But if that kind of bothers your OCD, you'll have to get over it, like I will. And
You always paint it.
it's true. But yeah, that's one thing that we probably never really showcased woodworking abilities, which I'm not saying we are artisans in that craft, but we can do things. We can.
Shout out to Milwaukee too.
I was gonna say, yeah, actually, it is. Besides the old Black & Decker saw that we've had for a million years, both of these actually. Anybody who's curious about, you know, how long the batteries last?
Oh.
Yeah, for both of our drills, well, mine's down to 2, you're at 3.
I started out with a full fresh battery.
Yeah, and mine's just been sitting out here. So yeah, technically for doing this job, I guess you would call it, and I don't know how much time we really got in this, but yeah, these little guys.
You're pretty good.
I've got 2 M12 drills. How many do you got? You got 1 or you got 2?
Just one.
Oh yeah, these are both the newer ones. I got the red stripe on the chuck. My older one's in the shop, so yeah, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is gonna be perfect. Only we had like a bunch of little furniture dollies, and then we could put engines in here, and then we could make like a little machine shop, and then wait, this is supposed to be for household stuff, isn't it?
We could almost put set up a Hot Wheels track.
Ooh, oh, a train. Could you imagine?
A little trestle across the middle.
Could you imagine all this space? This is a 40-foot container. Oh man, we're gonna have to.
Nice platform.
I know, we just need to get out of here. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if this was gonna be the end of it or not, but might be the end of this video. I don't know.
That's 16 foot on both sides of the shelf.
What did that cost you? You got that number in your head? What did we spend today on lumber? Yes, thank you.
$75.
And that would be cheaper than the tree.
They were like $5 a board. They're about $4 a board, 12-footers. And we bought 12, so it's $48.
Okay.
And you can't buy a shelf for like about $100 or over.
We have looked at the shelves at Menards and all online, and yeah, there ain't nothing you can purchase for that.
I had the plywood left over from my floor job, but the plywood wasn't, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's flooring, or it's underlayment.
Yeah, it really didn't cost much to build those shelves.
Yeah.
And I mean, technically we could brace them up even more with X's and all this sort of stuff, but they will do just fine.
It's just gonna get a bunch of totes full of stuff that'll probably never be seen again.
Nope.
So we're supposed to keep it down there because maybe wanna roll the old badger bug in here or something while we're on vacation.
And that is true.
Or my
It's,
charger.
yeah, cause
If I can figure out how to get out of it without screwing it up.
well, you just got Dukes of Hazzard it.
I ain't scratching the paint.
Well, you just gotta make sure you're wearing like fluffy pants or something. We just won't film you. Like, come out in your pajama pants.
Naked.
Anyways, folks, I think that's a good time to call it a video. You know, I was thinking maybe we might come back in the morning. Well, it'll be like late. It'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so it'd be like, you know what? I think that's a pretty good point when Dad's there talking about getting his charger naked. I think that's a good point for just any of us just to say, yep, that's a lot of information right there to soak up. So, anyways, guys, gals, if you can't see me, oh well. Hope you enjoyed this. This was fun. And little project with Dad and I. They ain't gonna be able to see us. We're probably dark, pitch black. But, well, we'll come out and we'll film some more. Ah, welcome everybody. Dad, before you shut that, we got something to show off to everybody, which has only taken us probably a little over a year to actually take the time to film how the container turned out.
Oh.
Are you ready to take us for a little show?
They filled up way too fast with that. I just noticed this 5/18 hose that I forgot all about.
Oh, but your shelves and everything really worked out great.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh boy, that ain't no kidding. Yeah, little old Hank sitting there.
We got ice cream machine.
Oh no, Billy Bass, he stopped working on us.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, good old Hank. This is the longest running little dancing animatronic ever. I have paused this thing like half a dozen times. But what's so great is normally those two are both motion activated, and well, when there's no lights in here and you come in here in the middle of the night and Hank and Billy Bass start singing to you, it's a little bit spooky.
They put you in the river.
Yeah.
He must have run his batteries in.
He must have. Yeah. But yep, everything turned out pretty good in here. Dad's ideas. We got the Castaldo Challenger hood in here because, well, we just continue to pack this place full. But anybody out there has a lifetime's worth of crap and they don't want to pay a storage unit fee, shipping container. If you got the size, the space on your property, highly recommended. And something like Dad's shelves he came up with that we made, are freaking perfect. And we got basically almost all of the underneath there is just wasted. That's all just empty boxes and stuff. Most of everything is on the top shelf, and there's most of it's on the back right there. There's hardly nothing really from halfway up forward as far as full coverage. So we didn't even really, I mean, it looks like we used a lot of the container, but not as much as you think.
Still got some to go. We need to get moved in here.
Yeah. The whole idea is to be free of, oh, look at, we could have used that table for freaking Indy.
Well, where'd that come from?
I don't know. Where did that one come from?
Is that for 4th July or something?
I don't know, but
There's a Hemi tunnel ring.
that says Hemi tunnel rim, but I feel like there's probably not one in there. But maybe that'll be a tale for another day. What's really in there? I think it's just bubble wrap.
There's my seat through the van.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, could there be heavy heads?
could there be?
Or intake manifold?
It's hard to say. But I just wanted to finally get us all caught up on the container because, well, we never did finish this. And honestly, this is just a fun little video because it was Dad and I having fun making stuff together. It's something we've always done. We've been pretty good at putting our brains together and making stuff. This one was all Dad.
You know, we got this little method going on them shelves. We were just going right through them after we got the first one done.
Yeah, we had the assembly method going, and you know, I appreciate all you folks for checking it out. Hopefully you maybe can use some of this, maybe it provides some entertainment. Hard to say, but well, folks, as always, I look forward to seeing you all in the next videos. As always, take care, and Dad, what do you got to say?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.